everybody, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In this video I have a lot of fun crafts that are on my table today, so let's go ahead and get started. The first one that we have on the table today is this frame. I really love it. It really fits in with my decor, but what doesn't is this background here. So I thought that I could redo it to kind of make it my own. So I purchased this from Hobby Lobby. It was originally like $24 or I think it was $24. And then of course they put this on clearance, and you guys know me if you've been around my channel. I like to buy their clearance decor because I like to redo it. I just look at this stuff as blanks, if you will. I kind of ignore. Now of course I have to look at to see if I'm able to make it my own. For example, there's some things at Hobby Lobby as far as their home decor is concerned that you really just can't redo without ruining the project. So which I actually bought a couple things that I thought I could redo and I wasn't able to. So you got to be careful with it. Not everything could be, you know, unless, I mean, I guess you could, but it's just more effort than I was really willing to put in. But something like this is completely flat, and I could of course painted this, but I found this really cute cardstock that I had in my craft stash for a really long time, and I thought it would be really cute to have this as a background and then add this on top of it. So, and I can't believe how well, and it's a little bit of a different color between the painted frame and then of course this cardstock, but I think you're not going to be able to tell the difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and measure both the width and then the height. Okay, so I'm slightly off just a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm trimming off. I don't think I have another cardstock of this, so I'm being very mindful of not taking off too much just because I don't have extras of this. So I don't think this was perfectly squared. I think this is a little bit better. This is perfect. So it fits perfectly in there. It's bubbling up just a tad bit, so it's telling me it's a little bit too big, but I think once we get the glue down, it should hold up just fine. So it was hard to get exact measurement just because of this beaded detail, so I was trying to be a little bit more generous, so I had to trim as we went. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. Now with your art glitter glue, you don't need a whole lot because this actually just a little bit works wonders. So I'm just gonna make sure that I get towards the corners and the edges here. I really love this art glitter glue, especially if you are a paper crafter. This has to be a staple in your craft room just because it dries clear and it doesn't bead up when you're applying paper to it. A lot of paper crafters use it and I really like it. So go ahead and get that. I noticed there's some pen marks, so I might be able to sand that without ruining the integrity. I think there were some pen marks on the design itself. I think someone got a red pen to it and drew on that, but I think I can get that sanded out. Go ahead and see if I can get that red. There we go. Just a little bit of sanding. I like to have a nail filer just for those smaller pieces in my craft room, so try to get in between and just kind of even this out when I kind of hit the other edges as well where I think they need it. The rest is good. In fact, this was a little bit ruined. This was kind of broken apart at the top and I just added some glue to it, so there we go. Alright, not a problem. So now what I'm going to do is add the word blessed to this. Now I bought this I think at Hobby Lobby as well, and now I kind of like this, and I know that the hanger is at the top. However, I don't plan on hanging this. I think I'm going to end up having it resting up against something. So And I like it this way a lot better than I do this way. Let me know in the comment section which direction you would go about. I think that I'm going to go this direction. I like that a lot better. So what I did, it just came in this natural wood color, and I went ahead and just painted it black because I thought it would stand out better. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this centered in here. Okay, I think I got it just about centered. Just giving it a good look, making sure everything's good to go. Now with hot glue, you know, you don't have that much wiggle room. And then with the Beacon Fabric Tack Glue, I think it kind of leaves a little dry marks. So this is why I would rather, with paper, I would rather use my art glitter glue. And it's actually pretty well set. I can't move it without ruining it. So there we go. What do you guys think? I think this is super cute. I love it. And I was going to go with this buffalo check, and I think, I don't have it with me. And I thought, you know what? I have a lot of buffalo check in my house. I'll go ahead and do something different. So this is why I went with this background. All right. I hope that you guys are inspired to do something like this. Again, I got this wood cutout from Hobby Lobby, this cardstock. I'm not sure where I got it from. It was from a few years ago. I mean, it's either going to be Hobby Lobby or Michael's, one of the two, but I'm sure that you can find any frame with any type of cardstock and then adding something to that effect. I found this cutting board at Hobby Lobby, and it was part of their Christmas decor. And while I think, yes, it's very fitting for Christmas, I thought this could be an everyday cutting board. So meaning like I don't have to just use it just for Christmas. So I went ahead and found an SVG that I liked, and I can't remember if this was from Design Space or if this, no, actually, I take that back. I found there's two different fonts, and I just paired them together. So this was not an SVG. So I'll link the font information in the description box below. Okay. Let's go ahead and weed out the middles here. Okay, and then we'll get the O. Now, of course, this is not going to be food safe because of the vinyl, so just be mindful of that. And I bought this when it went 75% off, so not too bad of a price for it. And let me go ahead and cut out some transfer tape. Then we are going to just expose just a little bit of the transfer tape just to make it a little bit more manageable to deal with when applying the transfer tape to the SVG. Okay, there we go. This is going really crooked, so let me try that again. Wow, that I went really crooked. But you know what I'm going to do? Cut out this part and then take that to the bottom. I don't know why I can never get that straight when a lot of times I can't get that straight when I'm peeling it back like that. And so if you know any tricks to get that going straight, let me know, because I just seem to not be able to do that. Got a little bit of a bubble in there. Let me see if I can remedy that. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to get my scraper tool to do the front and the back. And then my idea was to place this in the corner here. or movie centered? Well, let's see what we're gonna do here. Oops. Looks like I'm having some issues with the O. There we go. Okay. There we go. And actually, before I do, probably should have done this first, is rub it down with some rubbing alcohol. Okay. There's definitely like some type of dust on here, probably from sitting in the store all Christmas season. Well, probably since October, right? Because they get their stuff out pretty early. That should be good to go. So I'm gonna move this side here, and then I'm gonna decide if I want it to be, want it to be on the right justified. That was my initial thought. Or do we want it centered? I like it lower right corner just to do something different. So that's what we're gonna do here. There we go. And then let's go ahead and burnish that down. And it just says, welcome to our kitchen. I thought that was fitting given that this was a cutting board here. Let's go ahead and peel this back. Oh. Careful that I not scratch my cutting board. There we go. All right, there we go. I like it. I think this turned out really pretty, and it's just gonna sit up against the backsplash and be part of my kitchen decor. In this project, I found this cute little mini 3x3 frame, and I thought this was super adorable. I ended up buying 2 of them, and wasn't quite inspired with them because I know I could add a picture to it, but it's just not part of my decor. So I thought it'd be a good idea just to cut out the letter D and then add it to this frame. Now, but I thought this would pair really well with this frame. So I don't know how it's going to look. I'm going to try it out, and then if I end up not liking it, then what I can do is I can cut it, the letter D on a different color that's going to make sense for this frame. So I'm just going to clean this with rubbing alcohol, and the only reason why I'm doing that is because there's got some dirt on there, so I just want to get that all cleaned up. Now, if you're not applying vinyl to this, you certainly don't have to do that, but I would like to. So let's go ahead and get this part in here, and then what I did also is I got some cardstock and cut this 3x3, and that's what I'm going to do and place the D on there. I'm just trying to get my mat cleaned up here. Not sure where all this dirt is coming from. Okay, here we go. So use the transfer tape from the previous project. And we cut this off here. Right. And I'll use this for another project. I like that you can reuse it. Now, my favorite transfer tape, you can't reuse it because it doesn't have a backer. So that's the only downfall. And I will link that down in the description box once we get back into that transfer tape. but as I mentioned before, I just don't like how this has the grids on there. If it didn't have the grid lines on there, I would say this is by far my favorite transfer tape, but because it works with paper crafts, it works with everything, and just those grid lines just really mess with my eye. Okay, so let's try to get this as centered as possible. There we go. And then I am going to peel this up very gently. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this. This probably might be a fail, but we will see. So this is an easy project. This was from Michaels, this frame, and I like it. I don't hate it. I think it's subtle, and I like that. So I don't know if it's something that I'm gonna stick with, but yeah, I think that we'll try it out, and if I end up not liking it, then I'll go ahead and again cut the letter D out. And I just found a font in Design Space that I liked, and then I just actually I didn't even use Design Space to cut out the cardstock. I just did it 3x3, and then of course I applied the vinyl. And the last item I want to get out of my craft room, I've had this for a while. It's this little swivel table decor, and it had a really cute saying on it, but again, if you've been around my channel, you guys know that I like to make things my own, and I actually paid 40% off. It wasn't on clearance, and it's been sitting in my craft room for a while. So I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, this is just, and if you haven't, I'm sure you've already know this because you guys read the title, but this video is stuff that I want out of my craft room, and I have quite a bit that I need to craft with. So, and this is the year of shopping my craft space. I've been saying that for the last couple of years, and so far this year I'm doing really good. We're only in day 7, so but there's been a couple of projects I've been working on that I'm like, oh, I would love to have this type of vinyl, and I said, nope, I gotta use with what I have and make my adjustments from there. Okay, so this just says, well, home, but I'm missing the O, and there's a reason why I'm missing the O, and I'll share that with you guys here in a moment, but I want to get this placed in the I think we'll do a different one. Let's do this guy right here. Okay, that there, and then we will cut the transfer tape here. Go ahead and burnish the front. Okay, so then what we'll do is bring this in here, and then, oh no, oh shoot, oh, it's always that last project. Oh my goodness. All right, well, oh geez. Okay, well, there's a little tear in it, and then also a tear in there, but oh, what are you gonna do, right? Okay, well, I'm just trying to think about what can I put. Oh, I'm gonna use my sanding block. This might be a little helpful. Here we go. It keeps it from swiveling down. All right, so let's go ahead and get this placed on here. And in fact, I'm going to keep this on here just so I can have it up for the last part of this project. Okay, so I think I got it off a little bit, but not hating it. Okay, so there we go. So that H is a little crooked. I might end up having to redo this. I'm not liking how that little part of the H is kind of off a little bit, and then I have it off centered. But just part of crafting. It's real life crafting, you know. Sometimes you just get it off centered. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little wreath for the O. So I'm going a different route. I wasn't really liking how that wreath was turning out. And I have these flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I thought that it would be... I like this one, but I feel like that blends in too much. So I might try to do this one. That's a lot cuter, right? I like that. Okay, let's do that. Put some Beacon Fabric Tack glue on that. And there we go. All right, that is all I have in this craft video. Let's go ahead and bring in everything together and we'll take a look what we got done. Here are all the things that we got done today. I like all of them for their own reasons. I would have to say this is probably by far my favorite. I was really looking forward to crafting with this and seeing it come all together. I think this turned out super adorable. So again, don't just because there's stuff that's on there, don't think that you can't do anything with it, because you can certainly add some cardstock or sand it and paint it, you know, whatever you like to do. But yeah, I think this turned out adorable. And then I like this as well. I think this is going to look really cute in my kitchen. Again, it's just going to be propped up this way and just be there for display. And the more I look at this little piece, I really like the vinyl with this. Again, it's just really I don't know, it just is very simplistic and just very neutral, and I like that's not popping out too much. But again, if I do, it's not a big deal. I'll cut another 3x3 cardstock, cut another piece of vinyl with a different color, and then try it out again. So this is even kind of cute just sitting on like that. And then lastly is this little swivel. I think this turned out good. I definitely think that this was not by far my favorite, and I'm just using this DNA block to prop this up a little bit better. But again, it's just going to sit up like this in my house, or maybe, I don't know, not sure where this is going to go, but I like that I was able to use this flowers and be very gentle with it, just because it's still trying to dry and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, so they all turned out really cute, and I really like how they all kind of go together in a sense, but very neutral, not a lot of pop of color, so which is unusual. I like to add some pop of color as much as I can, or where I can. But all right, well, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.